On the Earth where we live, there is a mysterious island that has been forgotten by the world. It has been isolated from the world for thousands of years, and there is no land within 2,000 kilometers. The most unbelievable thing is that there are more than 1,000 huge stone sculptures on the shore of this island, which makes people confused with the alien civilization. And this is the mysterious Island of Resurrection. What secret does it hide? The Island of Resurrection is located in the east of the South Pacific Ocean. Its original name was Rapanui Island. It looks like a triangle, 23 kilometers east and west, 11 kilometers north and south. The island is made up of volcanic ash. Although it belongs to Chile, it is 3,600 kilometers away from the mainland of Chile. And it is also 2,075 kilometers away from the island of Petra. It can be said that the Island of Resurrection is one of the loneliest islands on the Earth. In 1686, when the navigator Edward first landed on this island, he found that it was a very desolate place. But there were many huge stone statues piled up there. This surprised him very much, and then he called this island a desolate but mysterious land. Then, in April 22, 1722, the Dutch navigation team found this island again. Since this was the first day of the Festival of Resurrection, it was named the Island of Resurrection. It means that I have resurrected this land. In addition, after the navigation team kept approaching the island, they also found this row of mysterious giant statues. They look strange, serious, and leaning against the sea. Not only that, the size of these statues is not the same. Some have red hats to cover the city, and some have fine carvings on their backs. These shocking discoveries have confused the people present. Who built these giant statues? And what is the purpose of building them? The earliest people to come to the Island of Resurrection were the Bolivians. In the 11th century, due to the escape from the war, some Bolivians set out from Southeast Asia to the unknown Pacific Ocean. When they found the Island of Resurrection, they found that the island was not only isolated from the world, but also full of pine trees, pine fruits, and the breath of birds. Such a rich natural resource made the Bolivians decide to settle here for a long time. Because its geographical location is deep in the Pacific Ocean, no one has found this island for hundreds of years. And the people who arrived on the island not only divided their own land area, but also developed their own tribes. In order to pay tribute to their ancestors, they began to build huge stone statues and began to compete with each tribe. They all wanted to use bigger and better stone statues to suppress other tribes. They called these stone statues as Moai. All the Moai follow the ratio of the body and head 3:5. They lean against the sea and face the village, as if they are guarding the people who live here. And archaeologists also found that these stone statues were originally colorful. It's just that after hundreds of years of winding, it became dim. And on the hill near the volcano, people also found a lot of unfinished stone statues. Because the geographical location of the volcano is relatively loose, archaeologists found that there is a whole body connected to the bottom of the statue. They are buried underground and only a small part of it is exposed. Through remeasurement, these stone statues are generally 7 to 10 meters high and weigh about 90 tons. Such a huge stone statue not only makes it difficult to imagine how these stone statues were transported, but also in the local people's own legend, Moai actually walked to the seaside by themselves, but no one saw it with their own eyes. Most people guess like this. At that time, the Polynesians fixed the statue on a roll and pushed it forward. But some people think that as long as the 3 ropes pull the Moai with the help of manpower, it will move slowly by itself. And the bottom of the Moai was designed to be a swimming lake. It may be convenient for this operation. But the question is why today's Resurrection Island is so miserable. Everywhere are statues that have been pushed down and destroyed. Where did the people on the island go? According to historical data, after the Dutch Navy found the existence of the Resurrection Island, thousands of islanders were captured by invaders as slaves. Most people died in their hometown. Only a few dozen people came back in the end. And it also carried a terrible flower virus. At that time, the rest of the people on the island went extinct. And archaeologists also found that when the Polynesians arrived on the island, they also carried mice. Here, they didn't have a natural enemy, so they began to reproduce. They ate a lot of the seeds of the pine trees. In addition, the Polynesians were greedy for the pine trees, which caused the pine trees to die out on the island. The original pine forest became desolate. So even if there were no invaders, the residents on the island may eventually be doomed to extinction. And the so-called Resurrection Island is actually just a shadow of the cruel colonial history of the world.